Nietzsche once wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." But most people never find their why because they give up too soon. I almost did. And maybe you know that feeling, the quiet urge to give up on something that once mattered. And if you do, stay with me, because maybe what helped me to keep going will help you too. I spent too much time looking at everyone around me who was succeeding, and unfairly comparing myself to writers who'd been in the game a lot longer than me. Stephen King, Margaret Atwood, Toni Morrison. I didn't stop to consider that they had earned their place, that they had put in the work long before anyone noticed. What I didn't understand then was that while I wanted to be like them, I didn't want to be them. I wanted to tell stories that reflected who I am, a Black gay man. Stories where I could finally see myself and not some watered down version made palatable for the public. So when I started writing my stories, the ones that challenge assumptions, that don't stereotype or tie endings in neat little bows, something shifted. The page didn't feel like a fight anymore. While I was already showing up every day, discipline began to mean something different. I stopped chasing perfection. I started focusing on the bones of the story, trusting I could return later to refine the flesh. I stopped mimicking tropes and started injecting truth. And for the first time, I built a mindset strong enough to finish something that I was proud to put my name to. My first book flopping hurt more than I expected. And it took me a lot of time, too much time, to recover from it. But by this point in my life, I was reading every book I could find on mindset, productivity, transformation, and discipline. And there was one quote that kept coming up. Thomas Edison's, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." I realized that despite writing every day, and even having a book accepted for publication that eventually flopped, that I hadn't tried to be a writer. I was prepared to let one setback define me, to let one failure bury a lifelong dream. That was when I knew I had to try again. And I didn't have to follow the traditional publishing route, find an agent, get a book contract, hope for a lucrative advance. I mean, I could wait for validation, I could wait for permission, or I could choose myself. That was when discipline for me became the choice to try again on my own terms, to choose myself, to build something real, word by word, that meant something to me. With the discipline to choose myself, other people's opinions mattered less. I focused on creating the life I knew I wanted and deserved. And if you've ever had a moment when failure made you question everything, share it in the comments below. Tell me what helped you start again, what kept you going when it would have been easier to quit. And if you're still figuring that out, that's okay. Watch the next video for a deeper dive into what it really means to keep showing up when no one's watching.